What's going on, everybody? Check it out. I got a kettlebell. First one I've ever owned in my life. I've never picked up a kettlebell before today. So I've been reading a lot and heard a lot about kettlebells, that they can really help to strengthen your core and help reduce or eliminate lower back pain. But apparently 70% of people have lower back pain, so as long as it helps with that, I think it'd be good. Now, I've been doing burpees for the past 6 months. This is just part of my progress of trying to get into shape as a dad in his upper 40s. I'm a dad of 4 girls, and you know, I want to be there in the long term, not just for them, but for my wife as well. I'm trying to live longer. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm too out of shape, and I'm trying to fix that. So I've been doing burpees now for 6 months, just over 6 months, doing something called the Busy Dad Training Program. It's 80 minutes of burpees a week, 4 sessions. And I've been adding in a leg day as well and doing pull-ups as well, 3 to 5 times a week. So, but I want to try some kettlebells on an off day to try to really strengthen my core. I had a recent incident where I was putting my socks on while standing up. I bent over at a weird angle and I hurt my back. I didn't really hurt it too bad. I just tweaked it where I was real stiff for the next few days. I have not hurt my back one time doing burpees, but I've tweaked it now at least a couple of times doing other activities on off days. So I really want to, on my off days, try to strengthen my core. Like I said, maybe see if I can help reduce back pain. And I've heard that the ballistic style exercises of kettlebell can really help with that. So you're about to see me for the first time doing some kettlebell exercises. I found a guy called Mark Wildman here on YouTube, and he has a video where he shows 4 basic steps or moves that are kind of the foundation for all moves that you will do later. So I'm going to practice those right now, and those are, I got my list here: 2-handed deadlift, a 2-handed kettlebell swing, around the world, and halo. So deadlifts, you know, I've got some barbells I've worked out before, and I've done deadlifts with barbells, so those won't be that big of a deal, I don't think. The other ones, though, will be, you know, kind of new. And so let's just jump to it and see how it goes. All right, so I'm in my kitchen, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So what I like about Mark Wildman, the guy I mentioned, is that he really goes into detail about proper posture and doing things the right way so that you don't hurt yourself. So I'll put the link to the video that I watched to get these moves in the description, and I'm gonna go ahead and try them. So let's start with the deadlift. Now I want to make sure that I put it down with good posture, right? Like he says. I don't know why I'm nervous about that. All right, really nothing to it. So the deadlift, I'm gonna try to remember everything said. It's gonna be like a deadlift. We're using dumbbells, I guess, just kind of with one weight. Feet straight forward. Make sure my glutes are fired, my quads are fired, rib cage is down, core's good to go. Back my shoulders away from my ears. Make sure I got a good hinge and keep good alignment. And I'm gonna go ahead and do 10, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so nothing to it. So I'm gonna finish out the other sets that I gotta do for this one, and I'll catch up with you on Around the World. All right, well, I'm done with those deadlifts. Now, I said around the world, but what I meant was 2-handed kettlebell swing. Now this one I'm a little nervous about. I've heard that you can hurt your back if you do it the wrong way, so I'm trying to remember all the things Mark said in his video. It just seems like there's a lot. I don't know, with the whole hiking it back and kicking it forward, using your glutes and your legs. And he points out that this should not be an arm exercise or shoulder exercise. It's all glutes, core, and quads, pretty much. So let's try it. Okay, try to remember everything said. Step back. Gotta remember the right alignment, all the same stuff. Glutes, quads, core. Make sure my ears or my shoulders are away from my ears. Tilt it back. Hike it and then stand and then kick it, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, I'm gonna set that down a little softer. But, all right, I didn't want to have to try to talk while I was doing it. It wasn't as awkward as I thought it would be. Like I said, I kind of did that movement without weights. I do know that I need to not hinge too soon. I need to kind of let the weight come down and then hinge. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish out all the other sets on that one, and I'll be back with around the world. If you see me doing something wrong, just please let me know in the comments. All right, I finished my kettlebell swings, and you know, it doesn't look like it's something that would get your heart pumping too much, but my heart actually got pumping a little bit. I even broke a little sweat doing it, so I didn't do that many. I realized I was only supposed to do 6 per set, so I fixed that by the 3rd set in. To start off with, I'm only supposed to do 6, I guess, to take it easy and get into it, according to the video. And now I'm going to do around the world. So here we go. The only difference here is that he says to pick up the kettlebell with your feet together, which seems weird to me. My knees are in the way, so I'm gonna do it. Pick it up like this, like I did for the deadlift, and then move my feet together. Okay, feet together. Everything fired. 1, 2, 3. 19, 20. Okay, now I gotta go the other way. I'm just trying to really scared I'm gonna drop it. Okay, like that. 1. 19, 20. Okay. Okay, let me go ahead and finish those sets and I'll be back with halos. All right, so for this last one, move the camera in, I'm doing halos, so I'm gonna be up close, just doing some upper body stuff. I finished the around the world, so I was just nervous I was gonna drop it. One thing I realized I was doing during the second set was I was kind of bending down a little bit, looking at the kettlebell, because I was afraid I was gonna drop it. So I had to tell myself to sit down straight and do it, keep my arms straight. So in the video, I may look like I'm bending over a little bit. I was, so I just gotta get used to doing it. And I corrected that during the second set. So I got the kettlebell for the halos. So let me go ahead and pick it up. Okay, all right, feet together, arms 90 degrees, and do 5 one way, 5 the other. Don't move my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Let me finish those sets. We'll come back and do a final talk. All right, so that wasn't that bad. First kettlebell workout ever in my life. One thing I didn't say was that when I was doing the around the world, these parts of my arm got tired. So it feels like I may possibly be sore right here, just doing that pass around like that. I'm gonna keep doing those exercises for a little while until I get used to them and more comfortable. And of course, I'll have to move towards doing one-handed stuff like single-handed kettlebell swings and stuff like that, and those snatches or cleans or whatever you call. I don't even know what all the stuff is. Just seen a lot of videos over the last few days. But all in all, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And if you got any comments about anything I could do different or do better, or any other resources I can look up, please let me know. Again, the video I watched to go through this was by Mark Wildman, and link to his videos in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.